Now, this is Jessel's, this is your grandfather?
How close is the connection between Real News and this docu factory?
We met for the first time tonight. Doc Factory is his production company, right? Yeah. And we never knew him before this. We knew of this. Your publicist, I guess, contacted us and suggested the screening.
I mean, our goal was really just to tour the country with the film, so that we get the film off the shelf and get people to see this film, because that's why we made it. We think it's important for everyone to see it in the country. And my team made up of Deborah Brown, that's here tonight, and Zeynep Yildiz, who's in London, and myself. We produced this tour. And then I remember seeing an early schedule of the tour is actually 15 cities in 10 different states in 15 days, and this is day 11. So we've been driving around the country, being hosted by people, and everywhere we go. And I remember seeing an early schedule of the first few cities. I said, why are we not going to the Real Network in Baltimore? And then I guess we started communicating, and then that's how we hooked up.
Did you have any follow-up?
I like this documentary very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about character assassination. Have any of your characters been assassinated in your process to the truth? This is addressed to you all.
Yeah, I mean, in the film, really, I mean, we tell different stories through different journalists, and I guess every story has an underlying theme. You know, we talk about the silence in mainstream media. We talk about you know, corporate and government influence. We talk about sensationalism, and we talk about character assassination. I think that the real story where the main underlying theme was the story of Gary Webb in the film. That being said, you know, you can look at the other stories, Christina's story that's in the film, Roberta Baskin's story, and all the other journalists and whistleblowers, and we can actually see that there is an element of character assassination by all these journalists. Christina was talking about her experience at CBS.
Yeah, do you want Christina to talk a bit about that?
Well, right now, you can go up on our website, flight800doc.com, and you can look in the fact-checking. There's plenty of character assassination in there. These, you know, in our rebuttals, you can see exactly how they're trying to discredit our reporting and mischaracterize us. It's all there.
What we see is when a journalist actually reports on power, keeping power accountable, the mainstream media, instead of talking about the actual issues that are brought forward in the reports, in the discoveries, in the documents that are put forward, all we hear about is the journalists and where they were born, who their parents are, who their partners are, you know, what they do at night, what they do in the day, and we never get down to the issues, and that's really what's happening in today's mainstream media.
Yeah, in terms of character assassination, when we were doing Black Commentator, the whole magazine was attacked, and it was the best day that we ever had. We'd only been in operation for maybe 4 or 5 months, and we were featuring political cartoons on the cover. And there was this right-wing black woman judge who had been nominated for a federal judgeship and seemed to be on a fast track to the Supreme Court. She was as far to the right as you could get, a stone-cold Federalist Society judge. And so we decided that we would compare her to Clarence Thomas because, well, they were cut from the same cloth. And what we did was, our cartoonist had on several occasions done a caricature of Clarence Thomas. So I asked the cartoonist to put Clarence Thomas in drag, put a fright wig on him. And so that we could say that Janice Brown, that was the judge, was basically just like Clarence Thomas. The Senate Judiciary Committee was holding its hearings. They, of course, C-SPAN was covering it. And the Republicans put up on an easel this big picture, poster of our cartoon with Clarence Thomas, and then Clarence Thomas in drag as Janice Brown. And all day long, they excoriated a black commentator for this dastardly, despicable, the word must have been used 50 times, thing that we did. And they got Senator Kennedy to call us despicable. We were just really despicable. And it was the best day we had. We got hundreds and hundreds of hate mails, but our readership just shot way up there. We had only been in business for four months or so, but that put us on the map. So assassinate us.
Well, it seems like you were doing that too a little bit.
I got some stories, but they can't beat that. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, and please stick around for some more conversation. And thank you for joining us on the Real News Network.